Hey guys, today we're going back to The Last Crusade, the original ending of Indiana Jones before Crystal Skull, and of course now The Dial of Destiny, and I love this movie. It is so near and dear to my heart, and thanks to LEGO putting out new sets in 2023 for Indiana Jones, we did get some new pieces, and we've gotten new pieces over the years, so let's go back and revisit this movie and show you how to build all of the characters from it using official LEGO parts and pieces. So of course, we've got young Indiana Jones up first. This is a relatively difficult figure to make because of all the green and yellow, but I used the flipped around torso from the 4+ Spidey and His Amazing Friends Doc Ock minifig. That way you get the yellow around the neck as well as the green torso, and I guess the belt sort of kind of works. Not 100%, but it's close enough. Anyways, I gave him a gold lightsaber hilt to represent the Cross of Coronado, short green legs. Unfortunately, I don't have green legs in that color, I don't think, so I went ahead and used darker green. The head is a Han Solo head with the hair from the Mud Han Solo from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Here we have the character simply named Fedora, the man that gives Indy his Fedora hat, and I wanted to homage that by using the original Indiana Jones legs and torso, kind of as a nod to what came before. Then the head is the Star-Lord or Bucky Barnes head, or actually Owen Grady from Jurassic World at 1.2, with the traditional old Indiana Jones hat. Again, you could use the new hat and hair combo if you really wanted, but I kind of like this figure looking a little bit older and more like the old Indiana Jones, so I thought that was the best way to go here. Back with our interesting character names, we have Panama Hat. Yes, this character never truly got a name, but this is the figure that says, "So do you," in Last Crusade. So the torso comes from Temple of Doom Indy, the legs come from the Tuxedo Bruce Wayne, the head is the old J. Jonah Jameson head, but they also used it on some of these characters. Actually, Jameson might have had a black mustache. Anyways, you know where the head comes from. And the hat is just an old explorer's hat in white. Of course, we have regular old Indiana Jones. Now, we'll see him again later, and we'll revisit more ways to make his different outfits, but at the beginning of the movie, he's in his traditional outfit, so what I used here is the Raiders of the Lost Ark Indy from the Temple Escape, or Temple of the Golden Idol, to be more specific, because I think that represents him for this scene pretty well. Here we've got Marcus Brody, who has gray hair now. In the Raiders showcase, I gave him brown hair, but his hair's definitely a little more gray in this movie, so he's got the pushed back gray hair with the head from the Doctor from Doctor Who, the torso from Ross from the LEGO Friends TV series sets, and tan legs to pull it all together. Now we're in Venice, and Indy has his gray suit on with the necktie, so the torso and legs I used are from the original Indiana Jones Venice Canal Chase set from 2009, with the head and hat combo from the new 2023 Indiana Jones. Also from that same 2009 set, we have Elsa Schneider for the torso and legs. The head, I actually used Elsa's head from the LEGO Disney Collectible Minifigure Series 2. It actually works pretty well, and they're both named Elsa, so that works too. And of course, she's got the blonde hair. And I want to give a shout out to GC Bricks over on Instagram, who had this great idea to use the head from the 2016 Ghostbusters set from Kate McKinnon's character for Elsa with her goggles on. Of course, just throwing an Imperial hat on there gives you another look for the character, and I thought that was really creative, so shout out where it's due. We do get the Protectors of the Grail, the Brotherhood figures, and these are the exact figures that came in that same Venice Canal Chase set. I mean, they're literally pretty much perfect right out of the box from back in the day, so I can't really make any better upgrades because they look so good. Here we've got Indy from the Osteria Rescue, where they go to get his dad. I gave him the, automatic gun here with the whip, of course, and this is the Last Crusade Indy from 2023 that gets you the black necktie and really makes this figure shine. Speaking of Indy's dad, we also get him here, an amazing figure, such a cool upgrade, but I will say, I do think that of all the original Indiana Jones minifigures, the original Henry Jones Sr. does look pretty dang good. So honestly, I think you could use either one. Obviously, the 2023 one is a lot easier to get now, but the original does look so good, and I couldn't fault you depending on which one you wanted to use for your collection. Both are great. Here we have Ernst Vogel, and to build him, I used the torso and hat from Dovchenko from Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The legs come from the 2016 Ghostbusters, that way you get the khaki look with the black boots, and the head actually comes from Magneto from Marvel. Of course, Sallah comes back in this movie, and it's great to see him. The torso comes from the Prince of Persia sets from back in the day, and the head is the new Sallah head from the 2023 Indiana Jones sets. I gave him some hair from Finn from Lego Star Wars, and I used some blue sticky tack to put a fez on the back of his head. That way you get the hair and the fez at the same time, and I really like the way this one turned out. Of course, there are lots of German Nazi soldiers in this movie, so to army build for those. There were lots of German soldier minifigures that came in the 2008-2009 Indiana Jones sets. I'd be remiss not to suggest using those, but in the new plane chase, we do get a pilot, which has a strikingly historically accurate Nazi bomber fighter plane torso. A little weird Lego went into that much detail, but regardless, that is the most recent way to get a figure to build your army, so there you go. I'm really not a fan of highlighting Nazis on the channel, but it is a part of history, and of course they're in the movie, so I do think that it's worth at least noting, but I like the way Lego does it and just call them German soldiers and leave it at that. For Walter Donovan, I used a little bit of a hybrid, right? This is the suit he wears at the beginning of the movie, but I did give him the aged look from the end of the movie, and to do that, I used the burnt Anakin head with Doc Brown's hair to make him look old and decrepit, and of course, I gave him the Holy Grail to tie it all together. And last but not least, we have the Grail Knight. To pull the look together, I gave him a blue torso with these gray arms with dark gray hands, light gray legs with a blue hip piece. I gave him one of these swords from Lord of the Rings, the head from Lor San Tekka from Star Wars. I gave him one of these old castle helmets as well as a shiny guard. Technically, it should be blue, but I don't have any of those in blue within reach, so I just used what I had, and that rounds out the showcase, so let's bring it to a close. Alright guys, let me know what you thought of this in the comments down below, and be sure to check out my other videos. I've done the same concept for Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, this film. Of course, I've got Crystal Skull coming up soon, and Dial of Destiny will come out very soon too, so stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys on those videos. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.